everyone, and welcome
Hi.
to another video. Becky and Cody here. This video is specifically to give people, or more specifically kids, usually under 18, some ideas,
18s.
some suggestions on fragrances in particular. I get a lot of questions, or should I say we get a lot of questions
Mostly
from...
him.
Yeah, well, either way, it comes down to both of us.
Yeah.
But we get a lot of questions from teenagers who are asking specifically, you know, either what should I wear?
Clothes.
Clothes-wise, it extends to fragrances. You know, what should I say to the girl? What
Words.
Basically just questions on fragrances in general, for questions on how to get the girl. I haven't got any questions from any women on how to get men. So,
Well, you're out there too, ladies, but maybe
yeah.
today we can deal with...
Yeah, my prime
The young
demographic happens to be men. It's like
Young
90.
men.
I look at Google Analytics, it's like 95% men. And so,
Okay, well,
yeah,
gotta know your demographic.
yeah. I have some faithful followers out there. Wild Dove X is one, and some other women. But
Okay.
yeah,
All right, so how should we start? Do you want to give some of the questions that are kind of
yeah,
coming up a lot?
yeah.
Okay.
I think the first question that we can go ahead and start with is.
He has a fancy notebook. If
I
no,
do.
No one else can see.
It's this. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's a special Final Fantasy notebook. Yeah, for those of you who know what that is. Either way, here.
I won my family bracket. I beat him.
In college football.
Still, I'm claiming it.
College football. You know how she won? She picked went from like right to left. Go ahead, explain.
Well, yeah, we got a sheet, and there were the teams that were lined up on the left and the right. And I don't follow football, so I just went right, left, right, left, right, left. And I got second place. Anyway.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so...
So, the first question that I usually get is along the lines of, what should I wear to impress a woman? Basically, it's just a straight flat, what should I wear to impress a woman?
Okay.
Right? And my response is usually along the lines of, whenever somebody asks me what they're wearing specifically, it's figuring out what their personality is. You know, are they more of a shy person? Are they more of a outgoing person?
Athletic or
Right.
outdoorsy or...
Right.
Yeah. Or the emo broody kind.
Exactly. Now, that said, is there anything that you would kind of recommend as far as, you know, types of scent, whether it be sporty type of a scent that, you know, high school...
For high school...
women would like?
I'm trying to channel my inner high school Becky self. I think something not too showy.
Okay.
I mean, I went to a small Catholic high school, and you know, some guys wore the like Axe or whatever, you know, like
right.
one of those very like clean scents, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was probably the extent that people tried.
Okay.
In my high school. However, I think that, you know, teenagers today, instead of back in the day, are a little, you know, more exposed to things like fragrances and to having good hygiene.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be attracted, or, you know, my teenage self probably wouldn't be attracted to like a really kind of distinguished scent. Probably be along the lines of a very clean fragrance like Bamboo Harmony.
Okay.
You know, or something equivalent that's appropriate for a teenage price point.
Okay, gotcha.
If you're, you know, in a state like Colorado, probably something a little more outdoorsy, like one that has a little bit of wood in it, like the cedar or the pine smelling ones.
Right.
Yeah, or you know, some of those clean fragrances, I don't know how to describe them other than saying clean, but
yeah.
just like that very refreshing, but a light, not going to give you a headache scent.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That's pretty cool. So the fragrance part was the first part. How would you, the next question that I usually get is, how would you approach a girl that you like?
Okay.
Or, yeah, something along those lines.
So, I may not be the best person to give advice because I was a little bit of a nerd.
Okay.
And have to say that I kind of went for that nerdy person, or
Okay.
I am usually more attracted to brains, like this guy. Yeah. So I would say that I think one of the most important things to keep in mind is that your confidence, your self-confidence, is probably the first thing that girls and women notice.
Okay.
Your ability to, you know, have enough confidence in yourself that you can go up to them, look them straight in the eye, not with your head down, not with your head in a book, and not go up to them while you're texting them. I mean, go up to them, look them in the eye, maybe pay them a compliment. Hey, you look really nice today, or whatever.
Right.
You know, but just try to show that you're confident enough to approach them. I think another thing is that, at least what I can remember from high school, is that it's kind of popular to be mean.
Oh, okay.
You know, and
Gotcha.
to act in a mean way towards people you like, as if it's showing that you have a crush on them.
Oh, okay.
And I never got that, and I still don't. And so if someone, you know, like I said, I usually went for people that were a little bit on the more geeky side.
Okay.
But you know, they were awkward, but they were never mean.
Okay.
And I saw some of the other guys that were stereotypically, you know, the like sports jocks or whatever.
All right.
That would just be kind of mean in their joking style, and that was something I never found attractive or wanted to give a lot of attention to.
Gotcha.
So, you know, be nice, be yourself, and be confident.
Okay.
And you know what? The geeks went out in the end because they're the ones that run the world companies.
Yeah, actually, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's actually it's really online with my experience as well too.
When you were hitting on girls?
Uh.
or when guys are hitting on you.
Yeah, when I was hitting on girls. But I think the main thing that she touched upon that you're probably going to hear a lot of times is confidence, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't really get any confidence until I started working out, right? And so once I started working out, for the longest time I thought it was actually the fact that I was working out, you know, that I was having more success with women. But that wasn't the case. It was because I was working out, I was a lot more confident everywhere that I, you know, went, and it was a lot easier for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To again, look someone in the eyes.
Yeah.
You know, tell them your name, ask them what their name, you know, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in high school, you could probably say, "Hey, do you want to study together? Do you want to talk about that assignment?" Or I'm sure there's a million things you can talk with a girl about during high school.
Right. And to kind of piggyback off that, one thing I want to absolutely say is do not be afraid of rejection.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to happen.
It's going
to happen all the time. You know, you get rejected, move on.
Yeah, whatever. She wasn't lucky enough for you.
Yeah. All right. So we'll go with one more question. I was going to write stuff down, but apparently I'm not.
He's got access to my amazing insight all the time now, so he doesn't need to take notes.
I don't even have to ask. I'm just kidding.
Loving relationship right here. Oh, our upstairs neighbors are doing something.
Yeah. Yeah. So the last thing that I wanted to kind of touch upon is another question that I get, and that's, well, if you were to focus on one thing, right?
Okay.
End all be all, you just have to focus on one possible thing that you could do, and this includes fragrances. Keep in mind, there's one possible thing that you can do and work on. What would you suggest?
Wait, you have to give me a little more context.
Okay.
Yeah, like work on in terms of fulfilling your life goals.
No, not life goals. They're in high school. So.
Well, you know, I was thinking about my life goals in high school.
Okay. All right. Well, these ones are
major nerd.
horny teenagers, basically, who are in high school. They're just going for could be the same sex, but opposite sex in most cases.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. To achieve your goal of then getting a girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay. So a long-term, a girlfriend, someone that you're actually going to date.
Yeah.
Well, confidence, I think comes from through many ways. Educating yourself, you know, getting confidence through education. I think, and you're hopefully attending high school, so, you know, study and actually listen to your teachers. But I would think another thing is finding a hobby that you're really good at, or that really interests you, and then really pursuing that, whether that be a sport or a musical instrument, or like one particular subject, or creative writing, or something. Because I think once you can, or volunteering, or, you know, giving back in your community, if you can find that one thing that you're really interested in and then pursue that and get really knowledgeable about it, it gives you so much to talk about. Like if you're at a party or something, you can be that person that knows everything about whatever it is, astronomy.
That's true. That's actually a really good idea. Yeah.
I'm a smart person. The other thing I would say is just overall, fragrance, I think, comes with a whole package of presenting yourself well.
Okay.
And that is through how you dress. Don't be wearing pants around your mid-thigh without a belt and your boxers hanging out. No.
When I was growing up, it used to be down to the butt.
Yeah.
Now it's down to mid-thigh.
I know. No.
Progress.
No. Look sharp, you know? Put time into what you're wearing, how you're smelling, that you're bathing and washing your hands and getting all the dirt underneath your fingernails out.
Yeah, no dirt here.
Yeah, yeah. You know, combing your hair or doing your hair or whatever.
Okay.
And what was I going to say, the other thing? And I think it also, presenting yourself well comes not only through how you're physically appearing, but also through your speaking ability. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of the youngins out there today are relying too much on Facebook and Twitter and their smartphones, and you're not learning to verbally communicate eye to eye with someone. So I think it would be good to work on that, and that is in the whole package of presenting yourself well in a smart, sharp way.
Okay.
And fragrance obviously goes into that. I think fragrance, again, is just part of that whole package.
Right. Yeah, so what's going on with the whole theme, the fragrance isn't necessarily going to get you the woman. It's part of the whole package. You know, you've got to be, as she discussed, find a topic. It's better to be a good orator, I would say, and have those skills, being orate, and just having the whole package, basically. And that will, you know, take you a long way towards getting your girlfriend or your woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or your career.
Or your career. Yeah.
Yes.
Or your man for some of you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's probably it.
That's it. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free. Leave a message, send a note. If you have any questions specifically for Becky, as always, you know, address it to her, and she will be happy to answer any questions that you might have. All right? So thank you, take care of yourselves, and you have a great day.
Bye, guys. And ladies. Mostly guys.
All right.
Cheers.
There we go. Cool. Tanke.